James McFadden and Aaron Reutzel from row number 1. Brad Sweet and Brent Marks in row 2. Cory Eliason, Brian Brown in row 3. Kerry, Madsen, and Brandon Wimmer in row number 4. 5 is Zeb Wise and Tanner Thorson. 6 is Parker Price Miller and Rico Abreu. 7, Chase Randall, Emerson Axsom. 8, Chris Windom and Tyler Courtney. And then Hunter Schuerenberg and Brian Bell, Ayrton Gennetten, Garrett Williamson. 34 Raceway, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Into turn number 1, 1 hits the deck, 1 goes to the top side. It's going to be the driver hitting the deck with the race lead. It's James McFadden showing the way. Brad Sweet quickly into the second spot, getting by Aaron Reutzel. Sweet looking for the hat trick here tonight. 3 wins in a row if he can get it done. Leading lap number 1, it is James McFadden. Brad Sweet is second. Aaron Reutzel running in the 3rd spot. 4th is Brent Marks, and 5th at this point in time is Brian Brown. Brown makes the pass on Cory Eliason, moves him back to the 6th position. Bottom of the racetrack seems to be the preferred groove right now for your race leader. Bottom on both ends for James McFadden. Racing for 3rd, here comes Brent Marks. He gets underneath of Aaron Reutzel, move Marks up into the 3rd spot. Brent Marks up to 3rd. So 2 drivers in the top 3 right now, full-time high rollers, still looking for their first wins of the season, that being McFadden and Marks. McFadden finding a home right around the inside of the racetrack, putting some distance between himself and the number 49 of Brad Sweet. Behind them, Tanner Thorson puts a move on Brian Brown. Move Tanner Thorson into the top 5. Tanner Thorson, first time ever to 34 Raceway here tonight, currently inside the top 5. Thorson now closing in slightly on Aaron Reutzel as Cory Eliason loses another spot, this time to the 26 of Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise moves by him up into 7th. Looking for anybody making some moves toward the front. Corey Day has definitely gotten by several cars. Corey Day might get by a couple more down the front straightaway. Corey Day is up to 18th after starting back in 23rd. McFadden now on the same straightaway as the slower cars, but he's got a pretty healthy gap back to the 2nd place car, Brad Sweet. Nearly a straightaway is the lead for James McFadden. Look at what is going on back here. A lot of guys fighting for the inside of the racetrack, and everybody's abandoning the top side of the speedway, which is going to be an issue for your race leader, James McFadden, as he is coming up on the back of the field right now. McFadden underneath of Casey Kahne, his former car owner, puts him 1 lap down into turn number 1. Now here comes Brad Sweet, the brake rotor glowing red on the 49 car. McFadden gets by another one, that's Brian Bell. James McFadden now underneath of Spencer Bayston, nearly gets into the side of him. He's got 3 lap cars between himself and the 2nd place car. McFadden now working on Ayrton Gennetten and Brenham Crouch. Makes the pass on Gennetten, now trying to get underneath of Crouch. They nearly get together into turn number 3. Forces Crouch up off the bottom, and McFadden, a textbook maneuver right there to get by. Brad Sweet making quick work with these guys as well. Only 2 cars separate your 1st and 2nd place cars. Everybody right around the hub here at 34 Raceway. McFadden now working on J.J. Hickle to the inside of car number 7 down the front straightaway, puts him a lap down. James McFadden now coming up on Garrett Williamson. 3 cars between McFadden and Sweet. 3rd spot is still Brent Marks. 4th is Aaron Reutzel, and 5th is Tanner Thorson. Marks in the middle of this traffic, trying to get by Spencer Bayston and Brian Bell. And now Marks is all of a sudden on the back bumper of Brad Sweet. Marks makes a mistake right there, got the left front tire up on the infield berm and lost some ground to the Napa Auto Parts number 49 car. Sweet goes to the top and is coming after your leader down the front straightaway. Brad Sweet was tired of running the bottom, and he is going to try and work to the outside of James McFadden down the back straightaway. The top in 3 and 4 is actually pretty darn good. Here comes Sweet. They are going to split the slower car of Garrett Williamson. McFadden goes underneath the Williamson. He nearly gets put in the wall down the front straightaway. Sweet likes the top in turns 3 and 4, bottom in 1 and 2. McFadden now underneath the Brandon Wimmer to put him to the wayside. Everybody's brake rotors glowing red hot around 34 Raceway. I think Sweet was trying to use the top of the racetrack there to try and make the pass on McFadden when he was stuck behind slower cars that were jumbled up on the bottom. It looked like it was going to work for a moment. Sweet right back to the outside, 3 and 4. Certainly does not look like rubber down on the racetrack right now, and I think Sweet realizes that. He makes his way by Garrett Williamson. No lap cars between your first and second place cars. Sweet goes back to the outside in 3 and 4. As McFadden makes the pass on Gennetten, 1 car between your top 2. Tanner Thorson trying to hold off the 87 of Aaron Reutzel. That's the race for the 4th position. As a few laps ago, Thorson made the pass on the 5th place car, so Thorson's now up into 4th. Fighting with a slower car of Spencer Bayston. McFadden down the backstretch into turn number 3. This time will be 11 laps to go, and Sweet not giving up on the high side of the racetrack. If he wins this one, he is going to have to earn it here tonight. He is closing in on your race leader. Similar lap times from your top 2. Sweet may need traffic if he wants to win this thing tonight. He has now brought Brent Marks to the top of the racetrack as well. Here comes Brad Sweet down the front straightaway. Brad Sweet working the extreme high scary side in 3 and 4. May be able to put something together here on James McFadden. Just when you thought the racetrack was bottom dominant, Sweet gets going around the outside. 9 to go. The top is non-existent in 1 and 2, but it is extremely good down here in 3 and 4 if you can keep the right rear in it. Brad Sweet off of turn number 4. 3 car lengths separate the top 2. Sweet right back underneath to the bottom of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Gets a little bit sideways there and loses some ground to the 83 of James McFadden. Next time by 7 laps to go. Remember, these two got together in a big way back at Salina High Bank Speedway racing for the top spot. That one resulted with McFadden flying out of the ballpark. McFadden trying to get win number 1 here tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing. Brad Sweet letting it all hang out off of turn number 4. He hits a good 1 lap. The next lap he doesn't. Now tries the middle. Brad Sweet able to put that car out anywhere. This time by 5 laps to go from the flag stand. McFadden stuck behind Scotty Thiel. Here comes Brad Sweet down the front straightaway. Brad Sweet right there. McFadden stuck behind Thiel. To the outside comes Brad Sweet. Cannot make the pass quite yet. Oh boy, this is going to come down to the final laps at 34 Raceway. McFadden gets underneath of Thiel down the front straightaway, and Brad Sweet takes the lead. Brad Sweet takes the lead on lap number 26. McFadden's got to figure something out here. Does Sweet go to the bottom? He goes back to the outside. I thought for sure he'd go back to the inside. McFadden off the bottom. Cannot get up next to him, but gets close. 2 laps to go next time by. Lap car up the road is Justin Peck. Sweet misses the bottom. Here comes McFadden down the back straightaway. James McFadden back to the inside in 3 and 4. Brad Sweet rails the high side, and he pulls back away from him. White flag next time by for Brad Sweet. Sweet tries the middle. McFadden not able to close in. Back straightaway. They'll come to the white flag this time by. Jacob Allen tries to slide in front of Brad Sweet. They're 3 wide with the lap car down the front straightaway. 1 to go for Brad Sweet. McFadden back to the inside 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. He's got to try and make something happen here. 3 and 4 for the final time at 34 Raceway. Brad Sweet off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be at the line? McFadden. It's Sweet. Sweet got him. It's a hat trick. Brad Sweet wins 3 in a row with Kubota High Limit Racing. Wow. Can it get any better than that? James McFadden 2nd, Brent Marks in 3rd, Aaron Reutzel 4th, and Brian Brown in 5th. Brad Sweet with the win. It is number 3 in a row in dramatic fashion. 2nd goes to James McFadden. 3rd to Brent Marks. 4th goes to Aaron Reutzel. 5th, Brian Brown. 6th, Tanner Thorson. 7th, Cory Eliason. 8th, Cory Day. 9th, Chris Windom. 10th, Zeb Wise. Yes, Cory Day started back in 21st, drove all the way up to the 8th position. Kerry Madsen 11th, Tyler Courtney 12th, Chase Randall, Parker Price, Miller, Rico, Abreu the top 15, Emerson Axsom, Hunter Schuerenberg, Justin Peck, Jacob Allen, Scotty Thiel finishes out in 20th. The finish was .012, separating the top 2 drivers. And that might be officially the closest finish in Kubota high limit racing history. He is a winner of 3 races in a row. The Sunoco Fuels checkered flag. Come on, let's see a couple of hats flying. It's a hat trick for Brad Sweet. He wins tonight at 34 Raceway. That is what Kubota high limit racing is all about right there. A handshake, a high five, a hug from James McFadden after an incredible duel between 2 former teammates with Kasey Kahne Racing. After that dramatic stuff at Salina Highbanks, they come out here, Tony Laporta, and put on one hell of a show.
Win number 5, but win number 3 in a row. Brad Sweet, I don't know if we've seen a sprint car move all over a racetrack as many different times as you did tonight. What was the winning move in your mind to go up there and get the 83 at James McFadden?
You know, it's tough being the leader. In second, I was able just to move around and try to find things. But honestly, I felt like he was actually a little bit better running the bottom. You know, I felt like he would definitely leave turn 2 better on the bottom than me. And when I found the top down there, I could actually make speed and be pretty under control. So felt good there, but just couldn't figure out a line. And I ran the top, and that couldn't make enough speed there. And then I kind of moved out to the middle, and enough of that bottom stuff had kind of gone out there. I could get my car to stick that and then link that together on the grip on the exit and make enough speed to turn 4 to where I could finally get to his outside. And just, yeah, hats off to my guys. They've been giving me great race cars, and when you're winning, it breeds confidence, and we're pretty confident with our Napa Auto Parts car right now. So, yeah, it was a fun battle. I kind of drove like a wuss on the last corner, being a little too protective, and there he was back under me. So just happy we got the win. It was obviously really close, and he drove a great race, and just sometimes being in second's a little bit better. Boy,
James McFadden did run a great race. You know what question's coming next. Your 5th win of the season, so you've done this 5 times already. As a high roller, you get to send $1,000 of our Angel donors' money to a charity of your choosing. What charity are you donating to tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Shriners Hospital again, and yeah, just really thankful for that. And I want to say hi to my wife and daughter back home. Super thankful to all you fans for coming out and supporting high limit racing. It's a great crowd out here on a Friday night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show.
For the 5th time in 2024, Brad Sweet wins with Kubota high limit racing. He'll debrief with Eric Pretzman and the rest of that number 49 Kasey Kahne Racing crew. James, that described by Brad Sweet was a great drive on your part, but I have to ask, is it heartbreak or happiness after a run like that?
Oh, you can't be upset about standing on the front straight. Obviously, we'd like to be one stop better, but you know, this is the sort of track I think as a team we've been struggling on the last year or two. So to be as competitive as what we were was really good. I kind of wish that the lap car didn't get a little sideways there on the exit. I think, you know, I had to breathe a lot to wait to that last tire to get a run, and it was probably enough to let Brad win. You know. I think the pace slowed down so much in traffic that he could float the middle. I didn't see anyone in front of me doing that, so I kind of didn't really feel like I needed to. I was just trying to be patient and hit my marks. It's sort of one of those tracks that you can get really, really impatient easy and miss it quite easy. So hats off to my guys, obviously Mobile One, TRD, Dennis and Teresa Roth. Back in California, my guys worked their butts off. We were pretty solid all night. So hopefully we built a little program the last 3 or 4 nights. I felt really good in the race car. So keep making the dashes and keep moving forward.
And we just got to ask, you said it, patience. It's easy to become impatient in a race with that kind of pace. How hard is it to stay patient and stick to the bottom when you know you can hear a guy ripping around the top right behind you?
Yeah, I don't race sprint cars to be patient and putt around the tires, but sometimes that's what you need to do. And I felt like we were doing the job right. 90% of the time I felt like that the lap cars would miss it enough that I could squeeze by him down the straight. And I watched the 3 car blow by me for half a lap, and then he just disappeared away again. So I was like, it's not really there yet. So the bottom kind of never really slowed down enough, I didn't think. But hats off to Brad. He did a good job. I kind of playing it back in my head. I probably got a little bit cheeky on the throttle and spun the wheels a little hard. But all in all, good night.
James McFadden with his season best second place finish here with Kubota High Limit Racing in 2024. And that leaves the Myerstown, Pennsylvania driver of Brent Marks to check in with here. Brent, I think this is your 4th and 5th trip to the podium here in 2024. Just talk about the consistency in this number 19 program you guys have right now.
Yeah, we're really consistent. You know, we obviously want to be winning races, but getting podiums and top 5s and top 10s, you know, it's really important for our championship chase. So we're doing really well. Just really proud of the Murray Marks Motorsports team. Heath, Bud, Jared, they're doing an amazing job. It's awesome to work with them. Great team. Just really proud to be, you know, racing this race car with them and just have them a part of our team. So I'm just thankful for them and thankful to get another podium here tonight. So we're happy. We're just working on our car, just trying to get better and, you know, trying to catch up to Brad's pace there a little bit. You know, they're obviously really good. So, but we're heading in the right direction and we're doing things a lot better. So I'm happy with that, and yeah, we had a lot of fun out here tonight. So just can't thank McGrewBid.com, M&M Painting Construction, Alan Murray, his family, Babs Paints, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, Livewire Customs, just everybody that's a part of this team. I can't thank them enough, and just proud of this team. So we're working hard, and hopefully get up here in victory lane here soon.
Brent Marks with yet another trip to the podium here in 2024. We're going to catch what might be one of the world's longest fireworks shows going on behind us right here. The folks at 34 Raceway played incredible hosts chase to Kubota High Limit Racing for what, our 13th race here in 2024. And you can see him behind me lined up. Brad Sweet with his 3rd straight 5th win of the season. James McFadden, though, what can you say? Chad, our series photographer, showed me a shot that he took of the finish, and 1/100th of a second is what separated James McFadden and Brad Sweet at the start-finish line. And yeah, Brent Marks coming home with yet another podium finish. I talked about it during the Dash redraw. He just keeps knocking down Dash appearances. He obviously keeps knocking down podium appearances. As this summer starts to wage on, you're going to see consistency like that be valued very, very highly. But Brad Sweet standing tall in Whiskey Myers victory lane for the 5th time here in 2024. We're going to shut her down, pack her up, load her up, and get on the road to Granite City, Illinois, where Tri-City, it feels like, in just a few hours from now, Chase.
Yeah, let's do it all again tomorrow night. Tri-City Speedway in Granite City, Illinois. Absolutely fantastic finish here at 34 Raceway. And you weren't kidding, Tony, that, the longest, nope, the fireworks are still going. I thought they were done. Just when you think they're done, they keep on going. Here's a quick synopsis of what happened throughout that feature. Most of the time, it was just James McFadden poking his nose underneath the lap cars and running the inside of the racetrack. And then one lap, Brad Sweet said, hey, I'm running second, might as well try the outside of the racetrack, and it worked for him. He got going and, man, able to put that car just about anywhere besides the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. He was so good down here in 3 and 4. And McFadden able to squeak by Scotty Thiel, but Scotty Thiel held him up just a little bit there, allowed Brad Sweet to go around the outside and take the race lead away. Another race with Kubota High Limit Racing where the winner does not lead all 30 laps of the feature, as Sweets and McFadden right here to the finish, to the line. .012 was the margin of victory for that man right there, Brad Sweet.